We're going to take another look at the 2024 recruiting class, and today we're going to shine a spotlight on five-star quarterback Julian Sayin, who's with the Ohio State Buckeyes. We're going to look at his highlights. We're going to look at his 24/7 Sports player profile page. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're going hard in the paint, looking at the 2024 recruits. We're looking at those freshmen to ramp up for the college football season. So when they start making plays for your team this year, next year, the year after, you know a little bit of something about them. Click that button, stop missing out. We're looking at Julian Sayin today. We're going to start off with his 24/7 Sports player profile page. If you're here for just the highlights, fast forward a few minutes, you'll get there. But they got him ranked as a 5-star. Both sets of rankings here. The composite, the initial rankings, QB3 in the rankings, QB1 in the composite. So they got him as a top quarterback. Number 20 overall in the overall rankings. Number 6 in the composite. 6'1", 195. That's the listing. That's older. He's definitely thicker by now from what we saw in spring ball. 25 offers, which is good. On top of that, good programs. Alabama, which he transferred from, to Ohio State. We'll get into that later. Auburn, Florida, other programs, big-time schools after him. Played in the Elite 11 finals, Under Armour All-American game. Projected to be a first-rounder. J.J. McCarthy is who he's compared to. So a strong arm with a guy that can move a little bit, pinpoint it downfield, has the physical tools, has the arm strength, has good football IQ, has a good upper body strength, very physical, can elude the pass rush. A lot going on here, a lot of good things. We'll see that on the tape. And then we transferred from Alabama to Ohio State. We're locked in there with the Buckeyes. Going over here to On3, ranked as a 5-star with all the other recruiting sites, ranked as at least a top 3 quarterback. 24/7 Sports has him at 3. Everybody else has him at 2. And a top 10 prospect with everybody but 24/7 Sports. But their composite has him in the top 10. Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Texas. Georgia, LSU, Texas, Notre Dame. Top programs, one of this guy, a top prospect. Now he's competing with Aaron Nolan and company at Ohio State, and we're watching the battle there. 7.5 minutes. Let's see what he's cooking with here. So there we go. We're stepping back. We're rolling out a bit. We're slinging it. Downfield. There we go. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Buckeye fans, are you a fan of him, Aaron Nolan? Or are you more for the short term like a Will Howard? Or you're just not liking the quarterback battle in general? Watching him get the ball out, we went over him, his draft profile in the wintertime, going over his highlights just like we did today. And I like doing this ramp up in the summer because we go over all the finer nuances again, and you see something different every time. We're seeing some ability here, which I wasn't down on him about, but it's kind of something I kind of like forgot. Kind of wasn't thinking. When I think his name, that's something that's just haven't been coming to mind. But one thing that does come to mind is his quick release. We've seen that on a couple throws so far. It just comes from his ear hole, and it just releases out, bam, like that. And I remember that in spring ball, there was a few clips, some beat writers and some other people were pointing that out about how his release was just more efficient compared to the other quarterbacks there, how quick it gets out. From what I remember right in spring ball, we've covered this months ago, but he looked good. He looked good for a freshman who just transferred in. Kind of a weird scenario. Aaron Nolan looked good too. Ball getting out there. Not 100% sure, but it feels like either Brown or Howard they're going to roll with. Still got some time, though. He's got some good balance. Good feet. There he is. There he is. He's over there. Tricking me up. There we go. Getting low on the break. Tricking me up. I was talking too much. Back there. Gets the ball out. Was that like a little fadeaway, though? I was watching the placement of the ball. Quick was it. Quick was it. A good distributor of the football is what I'm seeing here. Definitely with that. Stepping back. Eyes downfield. Feeling calm in the pocket. We're stepping up. There he goes. We're running. We got a little bit of mobility here. I'm not going to say he's Mike Vick, but I'm also not going to call him Drew Bledsoe. He can move a bit. Take that with what you will. But he can move a bit. He throws with little effort. It looks like little effort, at least. Like he's very efficient with the ball in his hands. Gets it out quick. Bam. Right to it. Right to that sideline. Steps up. Protecting the ball. You see that? Dipping it down. Protecting the ball. Keeping his eyes downfield. Rolling up. Gets it out. He's not letting that ball hang low, too. Steps up. You get hit a bit. Good feet. Good feet. Scanning field, stepping up. Rolling to his left. We're going. More going. Yeah, this mobility part, something I forgot about. I'm glad we're going back over this. Obviously, I knew we did a whole video on this before. I think maybe even twice. Like, prior to the transfer and during the transfer. I think we did it twice. And I knew this. This is why we go over this. This is why we redo it. Just those little things. It's not like I didn't know. It's just now it's like in my face. Ball's out there. Right there. Fitting that window. On the move. I mean, I know some people will point out he's got a lot of time on some of these throws, but we're still making them. And there's been times where the pocket was disruptive and he was still able to hold composure or still be composed. Seems like he's got a good command. Ball gets out there. He whips it. He whips it. He's very solid at this. Getting yak. Moves well in the pocket. Look at that. Where is wide receiver going to make a play? On the run a little bit. Stepping up. That was solid. Here's another one. There we go. I say he's got all the tools. I say he's got everything to get the job done. And what I like about him, very cool, calm. That release is huge and is accurate downfield. And he's pushing it downfield. And he's aggressive with it downfield. I like that. I like that out of my quarterbacks. I got a bias to that. I think he can be very productive. I think with the wide receivers you got at Ohio State, that's going to mesh very well. I think that's going to do well as once he starts developing with the team. Of course, we're talking about upside. We're talking about what you could be, and you got to tap into that. So much potential here, but we know about potential. We see that with a lot of players. But we got the foundation. The foundation's bright, too. Out in front of him a bit, towards that sideline, away from that DB. So really, you just step up in practices, you win out, you'll have a good quarterback at Ohio State, and it's development from here. That's the thing, it's development from here. From the high school standpoint, going to the college game, everything's looking good. I'm seeing him put it in tight windows downfield. I'm seeing him time things appropriately. I'm seeing good anticipation. I'm seeing him step up in the pocket. I'm seeing him do things like this. He's rolling out, keeping his eyes downfield. We saw his speed. He probably could have outran them. Cross body on that one. He's making some big throws. I like that he pushes it downfield. Like there, he's aggressive. Downfield. Trusting his arm. Out in front of his wide receiver on that one too with the DBs behind him. That was a smart throw. That was a smart throw by the pylon. Steps up. There again, protecting the ball, dipping it down while keeping his eye. All that. Like letting that go. This is a quarterback. There's some things that I don't think I touched on when we talked about him a few months back when there was snow on the ground. He's very good at knowing what's around him, and he's using that ability to protect the football, dip it down, keep them hands from stripping it out. On top of that, he's keeping his eyes downfield. He's got a lot of focus. He's accurate downfield. What I like about him, he's aggressive with the football, getting it downfield. He's got pinpoint accuracy downfield. We've seen him put it between tight windows. We've seen him keep composed while being rushed with the pocket breaking down. We're seeing a lot of good things here. We're seeing him compete at Ohio State. We'll see what they want to do with the veteran quarterbacks, the older quarterbacks, and the two younger quarterbacks, him and Eric Nolan. But still, when we're talking about potential and upside, he's got it. He's got it. We just got to build on top of this. That's all you got to do. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.